started getting outbid. Said it, never had to shout it. They said I couldn't ever do it, okay, how's this?
G'day everyone, I'm Snell from Pitcrew AI. I'm going to start a bit differently, but in true Startmate fashion, start by celebrating the wins. Over the last 12 weeks, we've been kicking some goals. We grew our monthly recurring revenue 1.7x from $40,000 a month to $66,000 a month. For our business, equipment sales lead recurring revenue, and over the last 12 weeks, we've invoiced more than $250,000 worth of equipment. This will come online as recurring SaaS revenue in the coming weeks and months. We're solving a real problem for some of the biggest players in industry. Our paying customers include names you've heard of, like BHP, Michelin, Bridgestone, Cal Tire, Macca, and others. Let's talk tyres. Most of you have probably seen photos of the huge haul trucks that operate on mine sites. Some of you might have even stood next to one of these machines. The photos don't do them justice. These things are huge. The tyres on these trucks stand 14 feet high. Each tyre costs in excess of $60,000. Now you'd think that a hunk of rubber costing more than a pretty nice car is going to be pretty much indestructible, but that's not the case. These tyres are under such immense loads that even a small damage from something as simple as driving over a sharp rock can cause the outer layers of rubber to start rubbing together, creating excess heat and causing the layers to separate. In a best case, this results in reduced tyre life. In a worst case, this can result in a tyre fire. This is much more common than people realise. These tyres are huge pressure vessels. A smouldering tyre is treated like a bomb threat and can shut down the mine. The tens of thousands of dollars in loss from a damaged tyre pales in comparison to the $5 million or so for a lost truck, or the tens of millions in lost production if you have a fire event. This problem is only getting worse. Today, there are more than 1,000 autonomous haul trucks operating on mine sites. But drivers do more than just turn the wheel and push the pedals. As a driver, you or I could tell if there was something wrong with our car, if we heard a rattle or felt a vibration or smelt smoke. It turns out that for the last 40 years, one of the best control measures for tyre fires was actually the driver's nose. Burning rubber is a really obvious smell, and often the drivers were able to smell something soon enough to stop catastrophe. Removing drivers has unintended consequences. One of our first clients was a mine in the Pilbara region. After moving to an autonomous fleet, they were having a truck isolated with a smouldering tyre every 4 to 6 weeks. Since installing Pitcrew, they haven't had a single isolation since. Now, giant trucks on fire is a pretty dramatic picture. But really this just gives us an insight into the future. The mining industry is leading automation, but by 2030, 1 in 10 vehicles will have full self-driving capability. One of the next industries to be disrupted will be on-road trucking. We're talking 4 million new vehicles a year coming online for on-road trucking that will be moving to full autonomy in the next decade. These autonomous vehicles will require autonomous inspection, and Pitcrew AI is the autonomous technician to support the autonomous vehicles of the future. We're already on track to dominate our niche and have much larger ambitions. We're looking for partners today and raising right now. My name's Snell. Please come and talk to myself, Pat or Joe in the crowd tonight, or reach out any time. Thanks.